Women are hypocritical when it comes to the dating world. If you're going to ask a bunch of ladies, how do they feel about a man saying no to a woman because she's overweight? Majority of those ladies are going to be outraged and gone full on feminist mode. They're going to talk about how the men are sexist when it comes to the dating world, that they only care about the appearance of the lady. They do not want to get to know her. They don't want to know if she has a personality, if she's smart, if she has a good heart, if she's kind. What kind of a human being is she? They do not care about that. They only care about if she's hot, they're going to swipe right, and if she's not, they're going to swipe left. They're going to say no to her. They also argue that men like to objectify women. Men have this picture in their head about how a woman should look. This is what they argue. They say that men think a woman should have a small waist, big boobs, big ass, and be fit. This is what they think men think about women. This is the only picture we have about a woman, is her being smaller waist, big boobs, and big ass. But they argue that women are different. Women can be different in sizes. And I think we all agree on that. I don't think we're stupid or have that view. I think we all know that women are different and they come in different variations. A woman can be tall, a woman can be short, a woman can be skinny, a woman can be fat and have curves. There are many different views of women. There's not just one view of a woman. We can all agree on that. But they say that we don't see them as human beings. We see them on the appearance and we go, if they're hot, we swipe right, and if they're not, we say no. And if someone's overweight, we put them in the not hot category and we swipe left. But the same women that have this viewpoint, that think that shame men on having that viewpoint, they go, you are a disgusting human being. You should care more about them as a human being. You can see them on the human being level. Do the same thing to men. When it comes to dating, they do the same thing to men. When it comes to dating, when there are dating apps like Tinder, when it comes to actual dating TV shows and blind dates, women do the same thing, but they do it to height. When they see a short man on dating apps, when they go 5'7", hell no, I'm not going to date you, they swipe left. When they're on dating shows and they go, he's only 5'5", he's only 5'6", you do not meet the preference I want to meet. Because they want a man who's macho. They want someone who is 6 feet tall, who's big, who's broad, who's macho and can take care of them. That is the man that they want. They don't want someone who's small and skinny. They do the same thing that they shame the men for. They judge people on their appearance on dating apps, these women, these ladies. They go, his height is too small. I do not want to date him. And they say no to him. Just like the men do on weight. Both of them do the same actions, but women shame the men for doing that action. They go, the men are disgusting, men are sexist, men are awful human beings. And they turn around and they do the same action. Both of them are wrong. Both of the actions are wrong, in my opinion. I think both of them are wrong. You should get to know the person on a personality level. It doesn't matter if they're fat, it doesn't matter if they're skinny, it doesn't matter if they're short, it does not matter if they're tall. Get to know them on a personality level. Get to know if they have humor, if they're funny, if they're smart. And if you guys meet together, if you guys are compatible. And if so, say yes. Don't just go, well, she's hot, so I'm going to say yes. She's not hot, so I'm going to say no. Well, he's not tall for me. I want someone who's broad, I want someone who's big, I want someone who's ripped. Not someone who's 5'7", short, skinny. So no to you, sir. No, so both of the actions are wrong. And you can argue the height is more detrimental versus the weight. If you look at someone's height, they're 5'7", they're 5'5", they're short. Why are they short? Or why is someone tall? It's genetics. It's all based on genetics. If we're born into a family that's tall, you will be tall. Because you get the height genetics from your parents, from your family background. But if you're born into a family that's short, you will be short. And that you cannot change. So if you meet a guy on those Tinder apps or whatever, wherever you meet him, and he's 5'7" and he's 20 years old, guess what? When he's 25, he's going to be 5'7". When he's 40, he's going to be 5'7". And when he dies, he's going to be 5'7". He cannot change his height. The moment he comes out of his mom's vagina, He's given a stamp of what his genetically he can fulfill. And his genetically fulfill, he can do the best he can do with his genetics and with the diet, with the proper diet. The thing he can do, the best way he can do is get to 5'7". And that's what he achieves. He gets to 5'7". Genetically, that's the only thing he can achieve. Because where he was born into, his parents are short, his family is short, as I already said. So he's only going to be 5'7". And he can't change. He can't get taller. He can't be like, I'm going to eat like 50,000 protein more grams so I can get taller. No, he cannot change that. Worse is if someone is overweight, if someone is fat, they can change that. They're fat because of their day-to-day life, because they're eating out, because they're not exercising, because they're being lazy and they're overweight. They can change that. They can change their lifestyle. They can get more healthy, start eating more vegetables, start exercising every single day. And guess what? That woman that was rejected for being fat, in 1 year she loses over 100 pounds because she's exercising, she's changed her lifestyle, and she gets fit. And guess what? She loses 100 pounds, 200 pounds, and she goes back to those dating websites, those dating apps. And the men that say no to her say yes because she meets their preference. She meets what they're looking for. And they say yes. So you can change your weight, but you cannot change the height. So if a man is getting set, if women are rejecting the man because he's 5'7", he can't be, well, I'm going to be 6 feet now. No, he's going to be short for his entire life. And he can't go back to those dating apps because he's still being rejected. Because they're still going to say no to him because he is short. But coming back to the whole, that's why women are hypocritical when they shame the men, when they go, whoa, you're being so sexist. And they do the same action. Just they do it to the height of a man. Because if a man does not meet their preference, because he's not 6 feet tall, he's not built, they say no to him because he's short. So both of the actions are wrong. So when women are shaming men, it's hypocritical because they're doing the same action. But both of the actions are wrong. Both of them are wrong. You should not do that. You should not base something on just looks. Get to know the person, get to know what they're like. Who knows, maybe he's short, but he's funny. He makes you laugh. And when he makes you laugh, he makes you feel good. And you actually want to date him because you like the human being that he is. So get to know both of the sexes on human being level. Get to know them more than their looks, more than how they look like on dating apps. Spend time with them. Get to know if they're smart, if they have a good heart. Then decide if you want to date them. Don't be like, well, you have to wear heels and you're going to look so short when I'm with you. Yeah, really? Heels that you're going to wear like once in a lifetime? Once in a lifetime heels, you're going to say no to someone because they're going to look short beside you? Really? For one night? Come on. Let's all do better.